Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Biolab, and this is Vamsi here at Biolab, and in today's video we will be discussing the continuation part for the living world. And yes guys, in the last session we have some corrections that I have told you. I'm really sorry for this. I have some corrections to be made here. While writing the sequence followed in taxonomy in order to classify organisms or in order to name organisms, we have written identification first, characterization next. I have also told you this is a misconception, and not a misconception, this is a controversy. And also, since NCERT has mentioned this, okay, I'm not able to use this. Let us do one thing. Since NCERT has mentioned this, uh, the identification next to the characterization, we have to remember that. So let's do that. Let's put it like this. You strike it out and write. Okay, identification is next to characterization. As per NCERT, this is the correct thing. Characterization, identification, classification, nomenclature. Okay, so now there is another concept that I have to be made correct. And yeah, I have told you that reproduction is a defining feature of living organisms, but not guys. It is not the defining feature. Reproduction is not the defining feature, but it is a feature of living organisms. Non-living organisms would not possess this reproduction. Even though this is a specified characteristic of living organisms, reproduction is not considered as defining feature because of few examples. If you take worker bees, these are sterile. These are sterile. If you take mule, it is sterile. It is the cross between donkey and horse. Okay, mule, it is sterile. You can say childless couple are also sterile. Now, based on reproduction, we cannot tell that these are non-living things because they are exhibiting metabolism, they are exhibiting consciousness, they are exhibiting this cellular organization. So now, here, since we have removed reproduction, add cellular organization also as a defining feature. Cellular organization is a defining feature. Reproduction, it is not a defining feature. Not a defining feature. Due to these three examples mainly which are mentioned in our NCERT. So that is the thing. So those are the corrections that have to be made. And now we will be moving on to our today's chapter. We will be moving on to our today's chapter, that is taxonomic categories. We will be moving on to today's chapter. So now put the heading. So here put the heading taxonomic categories. This is the thing which we'll be learning today. Okay, taxonomic categories. Now, as we are moving towards classification, we have classified organisms based on their similarities and dissimilarities in their structure, in their role in the environment. So we have lots of classification, lots of basis of classification. The thing is, we have classified this organisms in taxonomy based on the similarities and dissimilarities. We have classified organisms in class taxonomy based on the similarities and dissimilarities. Okay. I don't know what happened to my pen tab today. We classified organisms based on similarities and dissimilarities. No need dissimilarities, similarities is the thing. Similarities will do our work. So similarities. Now, what are the things that we generally we know? We know species, about species, we know about genus. These are the two things which we have been seeing from our first class itself. Species, genus. Interestingly, these two are itself a category, are individual categories. So these two, species is one category, it is one taxonomic category, genus is one taxonomic category. Why? Species is a group of individuals which are having fundamental similarities and can produce a fertile offspring. Genus, it is a group of similar species, or you can say it is a group of species exhibiting similarities. So now, as per our classification is based, species is one taxon, or you can say one taxonomic category, and genus is one taxonomic category. And these individual taxonomic categories are called as taxon, and the plural word is taxa. This is singular, this is a plural. Now, from this you can conclude or derive another expression, that every step in the taxonomic hierarchy is an taxon, or it is an taxonomic category. Now, what is taxonomic hierarchy? It is the sequence that we have been classified organisms from lower what you can say, from the basic unit to the higher units. And also and also while we are moving from bottom to top in a taxonomic high, and now I'll be drawing the taxonomic hierarchy. I'll be telling you, from bottom to top the similarities decrease. Why? See, species is the basic unit. Remember this important point. Species is the basic unit of a taxonomic hierarchy. Okay. From while we are species, it is a group of organisms having fundamental similarities. Like you can say, if you take species, okay, what to tell, species Homo sapiens, or when you compare human beings with monkeys are also belonging to same genus, but we have fundamental similarities, but we even have morphological dissimilarities also. The similarities at the species level are very common. If you take monkeys and humans, say some morphological similarities like four limbs. You can say the cranial cavity, thus, and you can say the palm creases. We also have these lines on the palms. The monkeys are also having them. So that is the fundamental similarities that we have as species. We belong to different species, but we still have a fundamental similarities, and that is why the species is the taxa that is having highest similarities, highest number of similarities. Now, when we move to our genus, Homo sapiens, we will be not having in the Homo sapiens the Homo. The genus Homo will not only contain humans and monkeys. It is also including some other species which are not in connection to our having a little morphological similarities only when compared to this species, which are not in much correlation with these two species. So that is why while we are moving, next genus comes family. Family includes genus which are a little dissimilar to each other. After family, class, after order after class after phylum after kingdom after domain. So while we are moving like this, if you take kingdom, it includes different types of phylum which are having different similarities, different dissimilarities. So that is why while we are moving from bottom to top, so if species to genus, from genus to from genus to family, from family to order to class to phylum to kingdom, kingdom to domain. This domain we include in the six kingdom classification, but not in the five kingdom classification. If you are considering five kingdom classification, we only consider it till five kingdoms, not six kingdom. Okay, that is what. Now if you take let us see an example or the table. Please go to page number 11, table 1.1. There they have given different organisms, their common names, biological names, genus, family, species, order, all those they have mentioned there. Now if you take example of humans belong to the biological name is Homo sapiens. We already know Homo sapiens. And genus sapiens species, we already know that genus is Homo. Next we belong to hominidae family. Our family is hominidae. After that our order is primata. After the class is mammalia, we belong to mammals, we are mammals. And our phylum is animalia. Okay, sorry, our phylum is chordata. I'm really sorry, guys. Our phylum or division is chordata, and kingdom is animalia, and domain is eukaryota. Okay, so that is how we write the taxonomic hierarchy. And this table is very important. They can give you direct questions from this table also. We have to remember that table. It is very easy. Please do it now. Okay. So, did you understand what I just said? That while we are moving from bottom to top, like this, similarities decrease. While we are moving from top to bottom, from domain to species, similarities increase. It is the reverse thing. It is a reverse of this way. So that is how we have been classified kingdoms, phylum, the species, the organisms into different kingdoms, different phylum. This all have been we have been doing. Okay, so we have some other points which we have to cover in this. You please read the NCERT. That is very important. You please read the NCERT. I've just told you the basic idea of this taxonomic categories. I haven't gone much deeper into it because we are already lacking in the syllabus. And I have left some of the I haven't leave anything, but for the names, for the biological names, please read your NCERT. That is very must and should. After my lecture you're taking, you go and read your NCERT. That is must and should. In order to, you have to be habituated to those biological names, otherwise it would be difficult. Otherwise it would be difficult, obviously. Okay, so these are the two corrections that I have made today. One is the identification. We have completed our lecture, the time is over, so that is why I'm just revising. Identification is next to characterization. So the sequence becomes characterization, identification, classification, nomenclature. After that, I have also made this correction that reproduction it is not an defining feature because of these three examples. Worker bees, mule, and childless couple are sterile. They are not fertile. So you cannot classify organisms based on reproduction also. So we have only discussed just one slide. I have all explained you the concept. So that is it guys for this video. In the next video we'll be talking about taxonomic aids. I have put a separate video because I have to discuss more on that part. So in the next video we'll be discussing that, and also you do for the next video for me, read this table. Read table 1.1. This is your homework. Take your homework, read table 1.1. This is very important guys. In order to get the correct option in our examinations, we have to remember this, or else we'll be searching from different chapters. So read table 1.1 for me, and I'll be asking some questions also. Questions will be asked and in the next session guys. And this is one is signing off. Have a great day further. Thank you. Bye bye. So please do hit that like button guys if you like the video, and also subscribe to our channel. Bye. I forgot to put it there. Thank you. Bye bye guys.